Let me show you how to get remote jobs hiring immediately. Now, remote customer service representatives make an average of $13.68 per hour. You can earn more if you look for a remote HR job. Java developers, for instance, earn an average of $40.32 per hour. And if you don't know where to start or where to begin, then take advantage of the learning paths, because sometimes you need money urgently. Now, this is what I do. For instance, this job, online tutor. There's also this writing job, but you can work from anywhere in the world. Here are their open positions. As you can see, they have lots of open positions. By the way, did you know that remote workers earn more than their, in-office counterparts? So if you are a remote worker in America, for example, you're likely to earn between 17% to 58% more than those people in the same country working from the office. Regardless of the industry you're working in, you can get a more or higher paying remote job. I don't know about you, but this to me sounds like remote work is the best way to achieve financial freedom. Now, if you don't know what remote work is, let me educate you a bit before I tell you where you can get remote jobs hiring immediately. Traditional jobs require you to go to an office or a location where your office is kind of based or your company is based, so you can work from there, together with your colleagues or your bosses and all that. But remote jobs or remote work allows you to work from your home or another location apart from the office. Now, there are two types of remote jobs. It can be employee-based remote jobs. This is where you are employed by a company. Let's say you are in Kenya and you are employed by a company in the US, but you work remotely. So you've signed a contract, you have benefits, for instance, you're an employee, but you work remotely. And then there are freelance remote jobs. Now, these ones are a bit different. You see, for the employee based, you are actually employed by that company. This one, you work as an independent contractor. It's just someone who comes in to work on a certain project or to work for a certain period, to achieve a certain goal. When it comes to freelance remote jobs, you can work on multiple freelance jobs. It's not like the employee based where maybe in your contract it says you only work for that company. So that is the difference. So when you're looking for a remote job, ask yourself, what are you looking for? Is it an employee based remote job or a freelance remote job? Now, generally, when it comes to remote working, sometimes they exist in different levels. There are jobs where you're told this is 100% remote. You will never go to the office. You work from a remote location from your home for the rest of your tenure. So that is 100% remote job. And there are hybrid remote jobs. This is a partial remote job whereby you're expected to come to the office maybe 3 days a week and then 2 days you work from home. Or you come to the office 2 days a week and then the 3 days you work from home. So that is a hybrid remote job. It kind of mixes both in office and remote. And then there's, work that actually gives you options. So like it's optional remote work. They tell you you can choose to come to the office or you work from home or both, depending on how you feel. Like if you wake up today and you feel like I want to go to the office, you go to the office. If you wake up today and you feel like, I'm going to work from home, you work from home. Or you go to the office in the morning and then come back in the afternoon to work from home. So there are different levels to remote working. Now let's look at some of the well-paying remote jobs. According to Flex Jobs, which is a job board, you pay monthly and then you get access to jobs. You can apply for remote jobs, in-office jobs and all that. Now, according to Flex Jobs, some of the well-paying remote jobs are in accounting and finance, bookkeepers, make an average of $19.91 per hour. What does a bookkeeper do? If you are in accounting and finance, you know what they do, but generally they handle accounts payable and receivable tasks or perform account reconciliation tasks and generate reports. Now, remote customer service representatives make an average of $13.68 per hour. Customer service is simple, just taking care of customer needs, by assisting customers via phone or email or chat or social media. And to be honest, there is an increasing demand for customer service representatives, especially those who work remotely. Now, in education and training, there's online tutors who earn an average of $17.57 per hour. You already know what an online tutor is. they teach you something, whether it's English or how to do something, how to gain a skill, blah, blah, blah. These people are making a lot of money, and they are, these are some of the well-paying remote jobs. So if you're looking for a remote job and you are in education and training, maybe you should consider becoming an online tutor. We have graphic designers who earn an average of $16.95 per hour. This is, designing digital assets, such as website graphics, thumbnails, and all that. If you are in HR and recruiting, apparently human resources managers earn an average of $19.96 per hour. If you are an HR professional and your job is kind of traditional, like, you go to an office and blah, 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 you can earn more if you look for a remote HR job. In medical and health, medical coding auditors earn an average of $24.83 per hour. Now, let's see what a medical coding auditor does. Remote coding auditors review medical records to facilitate effective claims and coding practices, and may also identify areas of improvement. So if your field is medical and health, you should probably consider getting a remote job as a medical coding auditor. And then we have software development. According to FlexJobs, Java developers, for instance, earn an average of $40.32 per hour. That is remote Java developers. So you see, regardless of the industry you're working in, you can get a more or higher paying remote job compared to the traditional job you are currently working. Why is this so? Because as a remote worker, you can work for like the best companies, even if they are not in your location. So if you're in Kenya, you can work for a company in the US or in the UK or in Canada. If you are in Canada, you can work for a company in the US. If you are in the US, you can work for a well-paying company maybe in the UK or in Australia. So that means that you have more freedom to work for the best companies, which means you're going to be paid more. And then there are companies which are 100% remote. So they do not have rent costs. They do not have, they don't have those overhead costs, which means they have more money to kind of give their workers. So this is the beauty of remote work. Not only does it give you flexibility in terms of working from the comfort of your home, you also get to earn more and save more because you're not spending money to go to the office every morning. You don't have to buy food at lunchtime, every day because you can cook at home. So there are so many benefits to remote working. And now you're probably wondering, Tess, how do I get remote jobs? Hiring immediately. I know how difficult it is to get a high-paying remote job when you have no skills. I mean, we need skills to make money online. So allow me to hook you up with Skillshare, which is the largest online learning community for people, creatives, business professionals and all. You can get classes on marketing and business development, photography, film and video. If you want to be a content creator, creativity and inspiration, like home and lifestyle, you name it, whatever you want to learn, you'll find it on Skillshare. They have thousands of classes on different topics. Now, if you use my link in the video description, you'll get 1 month free of Skillshare. You can join any of these classes. You can join even all classes. There are thousands of them. If you go to marketing and business, you'll see that you can learn different things. If you want to get Excel data analysis jobs and you have no idea how to go about it, then learn that on Skillshare. You can learn copywriting, so you can get copywriting jobs, remote copywriting jobs. And copywriting is a high-paying industry. You can learn digital marketing because it's a growing industry and people are making a lot of money in digital marketing. So you can learn digital marketing on Skillshare. And if you don't know where to start or where to begin, then take advantage of the learning paths. Learning paths on Skillshare are like sequential classes which help you move from beginner to advanced. Let's say you want to become a freelance video editor, so you can look for high-paying remote video editing jobs. Take advantage of this Start Your Freelance Video Editing Career learning path, which has 5 classes. So you'll start from a beginner class to an advanced class. As you can see, it's a very short learning path, only 3 hours. But actually, it's 2 hours, 36 minutes, and you learn everything you need to learn to start a freelance video editing career. Now, building websites is also a very high-paying remote job. And if you don't know how to build websites and you want to learn, you can take advantage or you can join this learning path. Build a WordPress website with no code. It only has 6 classes. So you start from beginner. You learn to an advanced level. After you've learned that and you've gained those skills, you can now go ahead and start looking for high-paying remote jobs. In fact, You can go learn and then come back to this video to learn where you can get high-paying remote jobs hiring immediately. All you have to do is use the link in the video description or in the pinned comment to get your 1 month free of Skillshare and join all these classes and take advantage of the learning path. Now, in order for you to get a well-paying remote job hiring immediately, because you don't want to, make an application and wait forever to hear back from the company, because sometimes you need money urgently, you will need to do a bit of research. For you to find a job that you like, you need to do a bit of research. First, you need to know what job are you looking for. Once you have that answer, once you know the field or the space you are interested in and the kind of job titles you are interested in, then let's look at how you can get these jobs. So the first thing you do is to try and take advantage of job boards. Job boards are online platforms where employers list job vacancies and job seekers apply for these positions. One of the job boards you can look at is Up to Staff. Now you have to research this stuff because there are so many job boards. Now Up to Staff is a simple board for remote jobs. We display such jobs that meet our definition of being truly remote. Once you are on the website, you can choose the category you are interested in. They have different categories. There's sales and marketing. If you are someone who's in sales and marketing, then just click on sales and marketing. If you're in customer support, you're probably interested in customer representative jobs, then look at the customer support category. If you're, a programmer, look at the full stack programming, backend programming, design. Like there's so many categories, DevOps and blah, blah, blah. If you're looking at jobs in a specific company, then you might also just click on the company that interests you. If it's part of the list, we have different companies here like the on-the-go systems, lemon.io, remote tasks and all that. For this tutorial, we're just going to click on all other remote jobs. As we move on, please allow me to ask you to hit the like button for this video. I will really appreciate it. I'm sure the jobs that interest you will depend on your location. So if you are, let's say, in Kenya, you want to look for jobs that are hiring from any location. If you are in the US, you probably will be looking for jobs that allow people in the US to work remotely. So your location will have sort of a big role to play in terms of the job you choose to apply for eventually. Now, if you look at this list, for instance, for all other remote, you'll see that Yoga Insight is hiring remote virtual assistant. BDC is hiring customer service representative. They are headquartered in Los Angeles, so HQ is where the company is based, like their headquarters. If you look at Subscribe is hiring a marketer, and off worldwide means, so it's remote and you can apply from any part of the world. You can be working from any part of the world. So if, let's say, you are in Nigeria or in Kenya or South Africa, these are kind of the jobs you'll be applying for, where the off part is, worldwide or anywhere in the world and stuff like that. If you're in the US, then you want to see, which ones do they say office US and stuff like that. Now, we also have data annotation that is hiring remote AI prompt engineering and evaluation, but you can only work from the UK only. So you see, you really need to go through this list depending on your category and choose a job that kind of fits your description, something, that kind of fits your needs. Now, this is what I do. For instance, this job, online tutor, writing, the HQ is Los Angeles, but you can work from anywhere in the world. Personally, as someone who's in Kenya, this is something that might be interesting to me. So what do? I know the first thing you'll do is probably click on this job and try to apply for the job on this platform, but I'd advise you not to do that. So what you do is just take note of this company, Tutor Me, and then go look for it. Tutor Me Education, Tutor Me, here it is. Online learning services and private learning. You click on it. So idea is just to make sure you are applying for the job on the particular company's website. And then you want to scroll down and look for careers. So you want to know, are they still hiring tutors? Now for this one, let's click on tutor. Here's the application page, or rather the information on the job and all that. So you have to go through all this. Read, wondering where you should join the tutor.me. Here's all you get. Why join us? Blah, 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 blah. Just read. And then once you have, click on sign up. Now you are applying directly on the company website. The idea is to look for companies that are hiring remote workers and then go to that company website. We have another one here, online ESL or English teacher. Now, HQ is New York, but you can work from anywhere in the world. Awesome. What do? You pick this name, Accent Advisor, you search for the website, and then you go to careers and look for that particular job and apply. There's also this writing job where you can work from anywhere in the world and it's 100% remote, and the company that's hiring is Word Agents. Now, what would I do? Because I'm very interested in this writing job, I go and search for Word Agents. I see, oh, it's a real company. Lovely. What do? You click on the company website and then you want to see, okay, I want to be a freelance writer. What do I do? Doing this is very important because first it helps you to determine whether a company is legit or not, because sometimes job boards, they have very shitty jobs, and sometimes the company don't exist or the jobs are old and all that. So like when you look at these Word Agents, we can't see where to register or sign up as a writer, which is probably to say that the company isn't hiring anymore. So you leave that, you go and look for another job that is more interesting. But if I were you, I'd actually just make sure I know the industry I am looking at. So if it's customer support, you just click on customer support and find the job that interests you in customer support. And here you can either choose full-time jobs or contract jobs. So if you want a full-time remote job, customer support job, you just have to check that. If you want, you're just interested in contract, then click on or check contract. So that is the first job board where to kind of get remote jobs hiring immediately. And the beauty of applying on the companies themselves is that you get to hear from them more quickly than if you were to use a job board. I don't know, from my experience, I feel like I get faster feedback when I apply from the company website. Now, another job board that you can look at is one that's called Daily Remote. Unfortunately, unlike Up to Staff, Daily Remote is not really free. As you can see, you have to pay some sort of a monthly subscription to get access or to see some of these jobs or the companies that are hiring. But it's a very good job board because they post daily remote jobs. So if you're able to pay for it, to sign up and pay for a subscription, then you can be getting daily remote jobs to apply for. So what you do is just look at this job, for instance, senior people partner. Normally, the company is shown here, the name of the company. All you have to do is get that name, go to their company website and actually apply for that position if it's still open. If you don't want to pay for daily remote and you're not interested in Up to Staff, or you've not found something that you like in Up to Staff, then try remote.co. Remote.co is another job board where you can get remote jobs or remote companies to work for. Now, once you are on the platform, what do? Find remote jobs. And here you will see a list of remote jobs organized by the category. There are remote accounting and finance jobs, remote customer service jobs, remote online data entry jobs, remote design jobs, remote developer jobs, remote online editing jobs, and on and on and on. Healthcare, IT, legal, marketing, project manager. Like I just said, you have to know what industry or what category are you interested in. So if you are in accounting and finance, you can see that Witness is hiring for a staff accountant. Newzella is hiring an AR billing analyst. If you are interested in online data entry jobs, then True Blue Home Security Ally is hiring customer experience administrator. Conduent is hiring a data entry associate. Comply SI is hiring data entry associates. So this is a good place for you to kind of see the companies that are hiring and the positions they're hiring for, and then go to that particular company. Like for instance, let's go to one job that I find interesting. Online editing jobs. Now, Fox Corporation is looking for a video editor, and this job was posted 4 hours ago. So we don't want to apply for the job here. We want to go to Fox Corporation website. First, we want to determine, is it a real company? That is the first question you want to answer. Is it a real company? And that is why you look up the company website. You can clearly see it's a real website. And then you want to look for a place where they are probably hiring, careers and all that. Here, careers. And now you can look for that job that you saw. So there are internships, recently posted. You can look for the job that interested you. And some of these jobs, especially for remote.co, some of them, they have like specific locations. Although they are remote jobs, sometimes they specify the country. They say, you'll be working remotely in the US, you'll be working remotely in the UK. So you have to come to the company and look for and read the description. Now, for instance, these jobs on Fox, they have job location type. There's hybrid, like I told you guys, where you work both. Sometimes in the office, some days in the office, some days from home. There's this on-site, there's remote. So you have to choose the job that interests you. Let's say we just want to do remote jobs. Now we have filtered remote jobs only. And then you can come to location and look for your location. If you look clearly, you'll see that this company is hiring remote workers from India and from the United States of America. So if you are in the US, you want a specific remote job in a specific location, maybe you live in Georgia, then you select Georgia, and then these jobs will be filtered according to the remote jobs in Georgia. And also that is how you kind of narrow down the job that you want, and you want to make sure you are applying for a legit job. And for you to find out whether a job is legit, you first have to look up the company. You want to see whether that job is actually advertised on their website. Sometimes companies don't even advertise jobs. They don't have careers pages on their website. Sometimes they post their jobs on LinkedIn. So if you do not find that job on the website, the next thing you do is to search for that company on LinkedIn. Now, if we search for Fox Corporation on LinkedIn, will you find it? Here is Fox Corporation. This is their LinkedIn page. You click on jobs, and then here are their open positions. As you can see, they have lots of open positions, and that is how you determine whether a company is legit and whether it's hiring. And in fact, if you don't want to look for jobs on Up to Staff or Daily Remote or remote.co, you can simply use LinkedIn. Do the same thing we did. Look for jobs. You have to know the title or the skill you're interested in. Filter by remote jobs like I have done here, and then apply for the jobs that interest you. Like here, as you can see, Fox News Media, they're looking for a writer for breaking or trending news, freelance video editor. So if you are a video editor and you're looking for a remote video editing job, what will you do? Apply for the freelance video editor job. But as you can see, they are hiring for a remote video editor who's based in the US. So even though you'll be working remotely, your location will be the US. And that, folks, is how you get remote jobs hiring immediately. You have to do your due diligence to make sure you're getting a job that is legit, the company you want to apply for or the company that is hiring is legit, and the company is still hiring, and because you want to hear from them as soon as possible, apply for that job on the company website. In fact, if it takes them long to get back to you, the next thing you should do, or you should consider doing, is looking for the hiring manager on LinkedIn. Find out their name, their page, and then send them a professional, polite message on LinkedIn asking about your application. Just say, my name is blah blah blah. I am I applied for this job on your company or on the company website on this date, and it's been 3 weeks. I haven't heard from you. And then wait for a response. By the way, you can actually be doing this for all jobs. You find the hiring manager after you've applied and say, I have applied for this job, blah, blah, blah. It can seem buggy to some people, but 1 or 2 people might get back to you, or that might increase your chances of landing a well-paying remote job. I hope this tutorial has been helpful. If it has, please hit the like button for me. I would really appreciate it. Also consider subscribing if this is your type of content, because there is more where this came from.